Hello. Hello. You're probably wondering why did Sick just pop up on the screen and where's Karlee and Josh? Well, I was on vacation for like 4 weeks and now it is their turn to take a vacation. Well, not yet. It will be soon. And that soon is going to be called a honeymoon because, guys, I am now sitting here with no longer just boyfriend, girlfriend, Josh and Karlee, but I'm sitting here with a fiancéed Josh and Karlee. Guys, congratulations and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is fucking sick.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You guys, first of all, you're fucking engaged. Okay, I can't get that out of my head.
We are. That's crazy.
I'm not going to spill it because the video's on Patreon, correct? So you can subscribe to Patreon to go get the proposal video. But just a quick rundown. How'd it happen?
Cannot tell you how.
You have to go watch. You have
go
to
watch the video? All right.
Go watch the video, and then I think there'll be
I did bawl my eyes out.
There will be a vlog.
And he almost cried. You could see it.
I choked up.
He choked up. He was like, I'm going to start crying.
You cried?
No, I choked up.
Choked up.
I choked up.
Choked
There was no tears. It was just like, I was like, oh, okay, wait.
You're a man's man.
Yeah. I'm a man's man. No, but there's no shame. But yes.
No, congratulations, man. I'm so fucking happy for you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks.
we are.
Our wedding's going to be lit. You're going to be like, whoa, this is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And thank you for the invite. I was telling Josh, I'm like, I saw your Facebook post, and I was like, I'm so happy I made the cut.
A lot of people did comment though, and I was like, yeah, you really didn't make the cut. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there was, you know what, the most stressful part, so, okay, obviously, I mean, you always have, like, you know, when you start planning a wedding, you have, like, okay, we're going to keep it under this amount of people, we're going to do this is our budget, blah, 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 blah. Blew it all out of the water. Everything we said we were going to do, it changed. We're like, we're going to do a small backyard wedding, micro wedding, you know, maybe, like, 15, 20 people. Then it turned into... okay, let's do a little bit more people in this micro wedding. Then it turned into a venue. Then it turned into a bigger.
It's a full blown wedding. It's just like, not a lot of people.
It's not huge.
But there's
still.
like everything is still there. Like there's still food, DJ, open bar, everything.
That's amazing.
So
I'm
yeah,
stoked. I'm sure you guys are
got
very happy.
DeLuca Films.
My boy, that's my boy. I went to school with him.
He's so good.
He's so fucking good.
He's incredible. I mean,
like,
free plug, I guess.
Who cares?
He's good.
He's great.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he's really good.
I literally was watching other people's love stories, tearing up. I was like, I don't even know these people.
Dude, he's incredible. I don't know. Does he use like a red camera or something? He must.
No, he uses the same camera we use.
What? No.
Well, he upgraded to the newer version, but yeah, he started on these. Yeah.
I think a lot of it's lighting and lens.
The lens he uses is pretty expensive, but for a while he was using the same style right there, that one.
Yeah, I was going to say. So, yeah, he's amazing. We're very excited to look forward to him. I actually know one of the guys who works with him. I saw a picture. I'm like,
what's his name? Because I know his whole...
Daniel?
Law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to grade school, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I went to university with all these guys.
Junior kindergarten.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one for a long time. I was like, that's cool. Anyway, so
happy, bro.
Yeah, we are engaged. It's official. We are going to be getting married. So if anybody has anything to say about that, you can come talk to me directly, and we can figure it out.
August 21st.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, we're gonna get into today's show. We missed last week, if you don't remember, but yeah, go ahead.
No, go.
Oh yeah, we missed last week, so we do apologize for that. But today we do have updates from previous shows. Mm-hmm. We have updates, a Stalker update. If you guys remember the Stalker story, I will fill you in.
My favorite new show.
Yeah, it's literally it. I'm like, we love the continuations. We love the updates. So we do have one today. Also, if you are Canadian, happy Canada Day. I keep forgetting.
Oh, yeah. Happy Canada Day.
I feel like when you're self-employed, you forget about it.
You do.
100%.
Because, and when you have no friends and they don't invite you to anything,
yes,
you also forget about it.
We forget. I totally forgot. So, definitely, like, wow. We are very excited to be back.
Do you guys want to talk about anything serious, guys? Is there anything you guys want us to talk about, like the Roe versus Wade thing?
Oh,
we're not going to talk about it just because I feel like it's been all over, and this is going to be a happy place.
Yeah. Not happy with this outcome, obviously, but I don't want to get
absolutely not. I could go on and on. I don't even want to start that because I'm just going to go on and on and on about how pissed off I am.
Okay, I kind of want to address a question first. Also, Lauren, thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank you so much. All donations will be going towards our wedding. So.
Facts, actually.
I made sure, honestly, guys, the only reason why I'm getting a videographer, which was almost just as expensive as the full-blown
Yes,
wedding.
he is.
Like literally almost just as expensive. Like legit by a couple thousand difference.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you guys want any donations, it will go towards the wedding. And to be honest, that's the only reason why I got a videographer, is because you guys can't all be there with us. So we want to get a really good videographer where you guys will be able to actually like feel like you're there, feel the emotion, feel the love, feel the scene. I'm so excited. Like I'm so excited. And I paid for fast delivery because I want to make sure you guys are getting it as fast as possible and you guys aren't missing out.
Exactly. And Joyce also with a $10 donation. Thank you so
Joyce.
much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
She
that.
goes, yay, everyone back together. Yup.
Yes. Okay. Real quick, I wanted to actually someone asked a question.
Okay.
It's a good question. What do you guys think about prenups? If you want to start, you can start.
Yeah. That's a good question.
It's a great question. It's a great question.
I think it all depends on the situation and what's in the prenup. I think if you are going into the relationship with a lot of money or a house that you already own, or you already have your life established and the other person does not, and they're kind of just living there, I don't know. I think it all depends though, because I feel like if you're taking care of the house and you're like taking care of the kids, I feel like then there should not be a prenup because you're doing equal amount of work, you know? So I guess it all depends. Honestly, I think it depends on the relationship.
So I don't know if a prenuptial agreement cancels out, what's the word I'm looking for? Spousal support? Does that cancel that out?
I don't think
Okay,
so.
so-
I think it depends. I think it mostly protects your assets that you've come in with.
Right, because your example is, if you're at home taking care of the kids, whatever the case, then obviously you want to be taken care of. If your husband's like, hey, I don't want you to work, stay home, take care of the kids. Like that's not your fault. Like I mean, he wants you to stay home. Like that's something he wants you to do. That's great. But that's where spousal support comes in. I think after the fact. I think prenuptial agreements are a great idea for a lot of reasons. I think you need to protect yourself. I think you need to protect all your assets. If you worked your ass off to be where you are, and then all of a sudden you get married and like you're together for like a year, and then all of a sudden your money's gone, like that would suck. Like you earned that money. I think that, and if you are somebody that would get upset if your significant other approached you to get a prenup, don't think of it as, oh, you don't think we're going to be together forever? Well, no. If that was the case, we wouldn't be getting married.
Nobody gets married thinking they're going to get a divorce.
That wouldn't be the case. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if somebody's coming to you with a prenup, I wouldn't be so offended about it. I would just say, like, yeah, I understand you worked hard as hell for your money. I don't want to.
Also, I'm pretty sure when you sign a prenup, they require you having a lawyer with you as well. So there's another lawyer reading over to make sure you're not getting screwed over. Like you're going to be like left with nothing, right?
Yeah.
I think this is what I think with all marriages. You know what I think is fucked up? A girl can marry this man. This man has all this money, everything. They get married. A year or even 5 years later, she cheats on him and then gets half his stuff.
Yeah. So
That to me,
yeah.
And then he still has to pay her. That to me, I feel like if you can prove to the court that this person cheated, I do not think they should be entitled to literally anything unless maybe child support.
Yeah.
Child support, yes,
Fact.
because it's children.
I feel like for cheating though, I feel like it's not considered like an actual like any sort of like domestic violence. I feel like counts as like a valid reason. I don't think they consider cheating a valid reason because it's just like
it should be though. That's like
it should be, but I feel like for them it's just like you chose to do something like that, or I don't even know how to explain it. But to me, I feel like cheating in their minds doesn't equate as serious.
It's not a law. It's not a law.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like you're breaking a law or something.
But it's like you get to cheat on your man and then take half of his stuff.
But you're breaking the
whole
marriage
vows.
Your vows, your agreements, like the marriage.
Till death do us part. You're dead to him. I don't know.
Anyway, that's a great question. I think that's a great question. So if you guys have more questions or whatever, that'd be awesome.
I want to talk a little bit more before I read emails.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I do want to say something about prenups though. From my end, I am against prenups for the
You
reason.
are?
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason is because for what you just said, no one goes into a marriage thinking
They're gonna
divorce,
Correct.
right? So for that reason alone, for me, it's like we're not gonna divorce. And I get shit happens. I get it. I'm like, if you're going to a marriage thinking you're not gonna divorce, why even worry about that? Because we're gonna be together forever. Now, here's my issue. My reasoning for divorce, right? I don't even believe in divorce. Like, I don't care what the issue is. There's 3 things that for me that validate divorce. Any sort of like SA,
Yeah.
any sort of domestic violence,
Yeah.
or cheating.
Yeah.
If it's like anything else, it's like, no, we'll figure it out. We're adults. We can talk it out. Because that's what marriage is. You have to talk shit out, communication, all that stuff,
But
right?
what if one person is just not giving a shit?
Then you're done.
But he's
Unhappy
saying,
marriage.
Saying,
No.
you'd rather be in an unhappy marriage than get divorced?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an
Is it like a
interesting take.
culture thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
a
Okay. I was
cultural
gonna
thing.
say that's an interesting take,
Yeah.
but
Because
okay.
divorce in my
Absolutely
culture.
not.
Yeah, no. Divorce in my culture is also very taboo,
Yeah.
right? It's not very common. Even which is actually mind blowing to me because even with those 3 things that I just listed, the relationship still continues, the marriage still continues because it's like I don't want to dishonor like my family or
Yeah.
all this type of stuff, right? Which I get because obviously I grew up in the culture, I understand it.
Yeah.
But for me, those are my 3 reasons for divorce. Otherwise, it's just like, suck it up.
Okay, so I agree with the part about, obviously in a marriage, you need to obviously work out take those 3 things, exclude them.
Yeah.
If there's just like issues or whatever, and it's just communication and hard work, whatever, absolutely, when you're married to somebody, you are agreeing to work I'm not saying it should be, hard as fuck all the time. All I'm saying is, if there is a point in your life, because there will be, where things start to get harder and things, are being, things aren't going your way, that'll happen in a relationship, any relationship. That's where you need to actually work hard to keep your relationship alive. It's not just
Agreed.
as easy as being like, ooh, actually, you know what? Since we're fighting kind of a lot right now in this little span of time, I don't want to be with you anymore and I don't want to be married. That's crazy to me. Like you're agreeing to work hard at your relationship, and relationships are hard work. It's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be times where, there might be a time for 6 months straight where things aren't going great, or things are high stress, or things are, there's problems. You got to work through that. Marriage isn't a year thing. Marriage is a lifetime commitment.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of people might not know that.
Yeah.
So I don't.
But just because you don't agree in divorce, what if she divorces you?
Well, then that's her call. I'm not gonna stop her.
But
I'm
like,
saying-
what if you get a house, pay for all of everything for her to live? You guys don't have kids. She's just at home, just being a wife.
Yeah.
And then she cheats on you, and then takes half your house.
Well, there
that
you go.
just
The
paid
cheating
for.
came up, right? So
Yeah,
she
but
cheats. So there's a
she
door.
gets to take half of your house.
Yeah, I get it. I see exactly what you're saying. Trust me, I know. I get it. It's just I don't know, man. I've never looked at prenups as like a.
It's like life insurance. You don't buy life insurance
Yeah.
thinking you're gonna die.
Here's my thing, though.
course.
Here's my thing.
You don't get car insurance.
No, but you're
thinking
gonna die
If you-
regardless.
if
Not a car accident, car insurance, car warranty. You get it hoping it doesn't
Yeah,
happen,
sure,
but it
sure.
might. It's
Yeah.
to
Just in
protect
case.
yourself.
It's
Yeah.
protection. Yeah.
Ooh, Karlee's spitting facts right now.
I think.
Karlee needs to chill the fuck out.
Apple Care. You
I
don't
think-
think you're
I
gonna
don't
break your
have
phone?
Listen. What if you're a multimillionaire? What if you're a multimillionaire? Like you worked. Okay, sick. I'll give you an example.
Go for
I'm
it.
not saying I'm trying to change your mind. I'm just
No,
trying
do your
to,
thing,
I'm
dude.
just trying to.
Conversation. Let's go.
You started working, let's say, right out of high school, like 17, 18 years old, busting your ass.
Yeah.
10, 12, 13, 14 hours a day, every single day, 6, 7 days a week to get where you were. Fucking blood, sweat, tears, you name it. Sacrifice friends, sacrifice family, sacrifice a bunch of shit to get where you were, right? You're worth millions and millions of dollars, let's pretend, and then you meet a woman and you say, oh, you know what? I think I want to make you my wife, or whatever the case, you guys get along. And do you not think, in your eyes, again, it's the protection, it's the reassurance that if you want to, because realistically, anybody could leave anytime.
Absolutely.
There's no
For sure.
restraints. There's
Yeah.
no.
Some people literally just fall out of love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is,
It happens. It's scary. It's terrifying.
dude, that makes me sick to my stomach thinking about that.
Yeah. And it's like, pretend that happens. What do you do in that point if you didn't get a prenup? Now what if you guys were together for only a year? Now you lost half your fortune?
Yeah.
The thing you worked your
Whole
fucking
life for?
ass off for?
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. Trust me,
yeah.
it makes total sense.
Yeah.
I think I'm also looking at it from a perspective of the culture side. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because
yes.
again, for us, divorce is so taboo to the point where it's like, yo, that's not a thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think I'm just looking at it with that tainted perspective. And if I was to bring a prenup into it, for me, I know myself enough to be all like, man, maybe I'm not fully ready for marriage because I'm not fully invested in this person that I'm about to marry.
Do you think that's do you think you're swayed because of the cultural thing?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Like, I'm not saying my perspective won't change.
Right.
Like who knows? Maybe 5 years or 2 years, 5 weeks.
You're
like
so rich and
yeah,
you need a
I'm
girl.
balling. No, who's to say? Like it might change on when when the moment is there or something like that. I'm just saying in the moment right now. Every time I've looked at it, even through like my brother's wedding, my cousin's wedding, all that stuff. It's like I've looked at it and I don't like they didn't have prenups, and I was just like, okay, I see why. So yeah, going forward, who knows? It might change. It might not. I really don't know.
Yeah,
but in the moment.
I mean, again, I think it's up to you guys as a couple. I just know there's so many people out there that would be like, you find a woman or you find a man and they happen to make more money than you or have, assets that you don't have. And then they say, well, I kind of want to get a prenuptial agreement to protect my assets. And they're like, why the fuck would you need to do that? You're like, well, what do you think we're going to divorce? Do you think we're going to separate? Like, why would you need to do that? There's no need to do that. That's just going to create an argument for no reason.
Yeah.
I think it's just like...
On the flip side, though, like for the prenup side, I do also think this. Let's say you bring a prenup to somebody, whether you bring it to the guy or the girl, whoever it is, and they have an issue with it, then I also feel like they're not really in it for the marriage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
I think what has to happen is both parties have to have a lawyer, and it has to be like a fair thing. Like, for
sure.
example, like if someone owns a house, but that person started paying half the mortgage when they got married. Okay, then if you guys divorce, I think whatever they put into the house, money-wise, they should get back. But they shouldn't get back half the house that you pay. Like, say if you paid the down payment of $200,000.
Yeah.
Well, you should get your part back, and then they should get their part back. Or if they're
For
only
sure.
paying $200 of the mortgage and you're paying $2,000.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. It's like
then
a refund, right?
And then it like protects both parties instead of it being like all one-sided completely.
Right. No, I agree with you
I don't know.
100%.
But also, I feel like if you're a stay-at-home mom and stay-at-home wife, and you literally physically cannot get a house because you don't have a job, then I think you should be entitled to half of the stuff.
Yeah.
That's the only time I think that.
There's valid reason. If you just choose
Yeah.
to stay at home, then it's just like
And you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, with that being said, I have something I need to tell you guys about that I discovered recently, and it's fucking hilarious. Okay.
Every time you want us to tell me anything, I get so nervous.
I know. It's so funny. Okay, no, I actually found this out recently, and it's fucking funny. Before I do that, though, I do have some donations. KARLEEA, you got a fire name, by the way. Thank you for the $20 donation.
Thank you.
Sophie with the $5 donation, and then April with the $5 donation.
Oh my
Thank you
gosh,
guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you guys just paid for this joke. Not even a joke. This fucking fact that I discovered recently. And it's hilarious. I just got to find the screenshot. Here we go. So, in 1882, it has to do with false eyelashes. Ready?
Oh, I have them on.
Oh, shit. In 1882, a London P word, not that type of P word, just a streetwalker. I can't say her name. I don't know. Invented elongated eyelashes to block semen from getting into the working girl's eyes, and they were worn today as common fashion, and they were called, nicknamed, cumbrellas.
No, they
Shut
weren't.
up. Is that a fact?
No, it's not a fact. Just because it says that, it doesn't mean it's a fact.
It's a fact.
No, it's
Cumbrellas, bro.
Can someone fact check that?
Someone told you.
No, that
Someone
has to
told
be a
me
joke.
this,
That
and I
has to be a
found
joke.
it, and
Someone
it's
is
fucking
trolling
hilarious.
No, that has to be
Nope.
a joke, sick.
Someone
Nope.
is trolling you.
Cumbrellas is hilarious.
There's no shot.
You're defending them because they're on your face right now.
Well, I use them for the same thing, but
Ew.
A cumbrella. That's hilarious, actually.
Dude.
there's no way. Can somebody fact check this? I don't believe it.
Someone bring us back some information.
Yeah, go
about
do
that.
it. Go do that. Now imagine you're just like waiting to get, a nice facial cleaner, and like you're just like, you got your wind blasters going, and it's like the cum's coming for you. It's like, whoo, and it's like, and what would circle back? Like hit the guy.
Like a boomerang.
Yeah, would it blast the guy in the face? Are you good?
I have a really bad leg cramp or something right now for the past 5 minutes.
You want to go stretch?
Kind of.
Okay.
Fuck.
I'm just gonna move back and stretch.
Okay.
People have heard of this. No way.
You guys
See?
are funny.
No way.
You
See?
heard of it, but it doesn't mean it's real.
No, that's bullshit.
It's real. Were you around in 1882, Karlee? Because I fucking was.
It was 1882.
Yeah.
Cumbrella.
They had a lot of
They
streetwalkers back
didn't
then.
call it a cumbrella, sick.
How about a semen
internet
suppressor?
says it.
A semen suppressor.
No, because that was. Ew. That makes it sound like it's within the semen, within the eyes. Just holding it in.
A jizz jacket.
It's not Jizz jacket is great.
A jizz jacket.
Jizz
You like
jacket
that
is
one?
great. That's
Yeah.
fire. If you guys can think of any more names for these things in the chats, I want to hear some creative stuff.
I saw a comment about the green card story.
Oh yeah.
We did an update on that, I thought. No?
I think we got one update and that was it.
We got an update and it was basically saying that she was... I thought she was saying something about she was moving. She was getting out of that situation. No?
Fuck, I'll be honest, I don't even remember. It was so long ago.
I'm pretty sure we got an update on that. If we do get another one, obviously we're gonna share it. But we do have... Speaking of that, we do have some updates today.
Oh, yes.
We're gonna start with a story titled "Evil Mother-in-Law." Okay, we love those. Are you good? Is it under like
No,
this?
it's like my back, like that one nerve. What's it called?
Your sciatic?
Yes.
Sciatic, yeah.
I get it all the time.
Biology.
And it shoots all the way down to my foot.
Ooh, okay.
I'm fine. I just need to.
Okay. We're gonna get into this story first. So this is the email.
How fitting, eh?
We're gonna
Evil
start
mother-in-law.
with evil mother-in-law. We're gonna get into this story for you guys, and hopefully you enjoy it. And then we have not one, not two,
Oh, what?
but 3 updates
No,
today.
2.
3 updates
No
in total.
way.
Yes, we do. Not from the same,
Oh.
but
Oh,
one
in
update from
general.
another
Oh,
story
and then 2
to
from
another.
the-
Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
That's crazy.
Okay, let's start it off. Evil mother-in-law. Karlee and Josh, this is my 3rd time writing in. I need advice.
Aw.
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm sorry we didn't get to it, but we are
Here we
getting to
are.
it now, okay?
Honestly, the number one thing I can give you guys for advice when writing in is do a good subject line. It will make
Yeah,
us click it and
facts.
open the email.
Yes. Okay. My husband and I have been together for going on a decade. We have 2 daughters together, 7-year-old and an 8-month-old. Backstory on my mother-in-law. She's a complete narcissist. She shows very little interest in my kids that are also her only grandkids. For years, she has weight shamed me, name called, and the worst of it, his stepdad has tried to hit me. Many years ago, and we have moved on from it. Since having our 2nd child, my mother-in-law has been extra every time we're around, such as feeding our baby whole pieces of food when she still eats purees. When I asked her not to feed her, she then lied at everyone. I've read this story. Did I not read this story?
I think it's a different one.
No,
A lot of them do the same thing.
it's the same one.
Nail polish, jewelry, band-aids, broken
It's the
crayons.
same one. It's the same damn one. So, person that emailed in,
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive because I literally remember.
I remember feeding the child full food.
Puree, and then
that
it was
part.
at the dinner table. They had problems, remember? And then her husband, they weren't talking, and then she doesn't acknowledge it anymore, and blah 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 blah. So, we have read the story.
Go back, because I'm seeing stuff about like high blood pressure and stuff. I never read that.
Bro, she's listening to the show right now. She's like, yes, they're reading my story.
like,
Read
no.
the title and they're like, fuck.
Yeah. See.
Also,
I think,
while they figure that out, guys, you guys figure it out. I'm gonna talk for a little bit. So, guys, I was invited to Karlee's wedding and y'all weren't, so be jealous, okay? First and foremost, and I'm probably out of focus right now. Hello. So I need something to say. I've been working on this movie so far, and I'm not gonna promote the movie because they didn't pay, but dude, it's fucking crazy. We're filming in this old ass school and shit, and you figure it out?
yeah,
Did you guys
we've.
get permission to film there?
Yeah. I don't know from who, because that wasn't my conversation to have. But we're filming this old ass busted school. It's a Catholic school, first of all, and there's dicks spray painted everywhere. It's ironic as fuck. And then, yeah, it's just busted down buildings and shit. And yesterday, we were filming in the basement, which is actually pretty crazy and creepy. And the boiler room is just flooded. I don't know what happened, but the boiler room is flooded, and it's like black. It looks like tar.
Wow.
Mold?
No, like black water. I'm sure there's black mold in there too.
Oh,
But the scariest thing of all is there's like hidden rooms in this fucking building, okay? So there's this one room that has like,
I want to go in there so bad.
dude, it's crazy in there. There's one room has like, it's just the 3 walls on the back, and there's like this little like cutout wall looking thing that's removable. There's a whole fucking room behind that. The walls that are next to the stairs have a one cutout in it, and there's a big room behind that. It's just so fucking creepy.
How are kids getting in there? Through the broken windows?
Yeah, so there's broken windows, and then there's a ladder that goes to the roof, and then there's access to a window from up there. Yeah.
Okay.
It's fucking terrifying. But yeah, now that we're back.
Yeah, so sorry guys. I hate to bait you there, but we have read that story already. So person that emailed in, you must have missed it. We have read that on a podcast before, but thank you for your re-email, but it has been read. But thank you for the email. We will move on. I will go to one of the updates first, because this one is a small one. It's short, sweet. Hi, Karlee, Josh, and Sick.
Hello.
This isn't for advice, just an update from a while back. I don't know if you remember, but I emailed in a while ago about how my boyfriend cheated on me, kissed another girl, and I was finding it hard to forgive him even a year later. Well, there was actually so much more to it. He didn't tell me for 4 months, and when he did, he made up a lie about her coming on to him and saying, no, I have a girlfriend. I finally contacted the girl, and she told me he was all over her all night and kissed her 2 or 3 times, and she didn't know I existed. I forgave him literally not long after finding all that out, which was very silly of me. A year on is when I emailed in saying I cannot get over it and couldn't trust him at all because obviously he chose to cheat on me and then also lie and try to lie again when I finally found out the truth from the other girl, which he has no reason to lie. The fact he could lie to me for all these months telling me he told her he had a girlfriend when that wasn't the case at all. It wasn't normal to me as I'm not that way. Inclined. So I just I just don't understand people that are, to be honest. I get people make mistakes, and I tried telling myself for ages that that's what that was, but they are really all lies. Isn't a mistake at all. Anyway, I finally left him, and I'm so much happier. Yes, it's hard going through a breakup. We were together for ages, but honestly, I finally have realized my worth and just want to let you know, as I know you've read an email of mine before. And also, if you have any advice to help me get through this, I'd love that.
There's really no advice for a breakup other than just going through it, which sucks. It's like one of the worst pains ever, and there's nothing that can cure it. So I don't have any advice that way, but wow. I mean, I feel like so many people are actually leaving their partners, and I kind of feel bad. I'm like, am I started? But then people are saying they're happier, so.
Well, it's not, you shouldn't feel bad if they were in a toxic situation that they're getting out of, right? I think that's actually a good thing for us to be like, not that we, save their lives, but it's just like, because they asked for our advice, we gave them advice, and now they're in a much better and happier place.
Thank you, Veronica.
It's
thank you, Veronica, for the $4.99.
It's crazy because that's the 3rd email we've gotten in from somebody. Actually, I think 4th of somebody like leaving or trying to leave. I think 2 confirmed breakups from the podcast. So I mean,
that sounds so
we
fucked
should,
up.
Keep track.
Yeah, breakup counter.
How many people were breaking
Yikes. I'm so sorry about that, guys. But you know what? It's for the best for you guys, I'm sure. And, I mean, that's why you're emailing in. So thank you so much for your update. And hopefully that works out for you. Advice-wise, I don't think you don't have anything. No, I think we're good. Okay, let's move on. Is my boyfriend being controlling? That's the title. Hey, guys.
Yes.
Love your podcast. I watch it every Friday. But anyway. Need some advice about my relationship. Me and my boyfriend have been together for about 6 months now. Everything has been perfect. Literally perfect. He's the most amazing man I've ever been with. And I know I'm going to marry him. He's the one, no doubt about it. And he feels the same way about me. There's just one thing that has been reoccurring in our relationship that is frustrating me. Anytime I post a picture on social media showing a little bit of skin, he asks me to remove it. He doesn't do it in a disrespectful way. He's very good at communicating it. He asked me nicely because he says it makes him feel uncomfortable. The first couple of times he asked, I completely understood and removed it, and we moved on. But I recently went to the beach, so of course I have some beach pictures. Keep in mind, his family is Christian, so out of respect, I've been changing my wardrobe, not wearing as many crop tops or revealing clothing, and even only wearing one pieces that have small cutouts on the stomach and back area, just out of respect for him and our relationship, which I am fine with. I don't have any desire to wear skimpy bikinis anymore or very revealing clothing. Back to the last incident. I posted a beach picture of me standing on the beach, only showing my hips up. If I can attach a picture, I will so you can see it. No, there wasn't. Personally, I don't think it's bad. I asked him why he wanted me to remove it, and he said, it's showing your body. But I'm not doing a sexual pose or sticking my butt out or anything. This definitely isn't a deal breaker, but I'm starting to feel a bit controlled. He isn't controlling in any other way at all. And like I said, he asked me nicely and isn't rude about it. I just don't know how we can compromise in this type of situation. I've always liked photography and taking pictures to post on social media, but I also don't want him to feel uncomfortable. What is your take on it?
That's a hard one.
That is tough.
Because he's being very, like, nice about it and he's not being, like, rude. No. It's because I think it's the way he was raised.
Well, yeah, of course it is, but the thing is like...
But if you're only around that and you were raised to think that that's bad, you're going to think it's bad.
Well,
that's why there's different cultures.
So is that something you can?
And just like how Sick would never get a divorce.
The question is,
and our culture is like divorce is like 50%.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that something you can look past if it's a cultural thing and if it's something that he has grown up to? Sorry, a religion thing, a religious thing. And that's something he's grown up to stand by or whatever. Is that something you're going to be able to look past? Because
is there anything else you guys have compromised on? Like, so you can tell him, hey, like I'm changing my wardrobe when I'm around people, but let's compromise and let me post pictures of myself online because, you know, I'm doing something for you by changing my wardrobe. You do something for me, allow me to post online. Like, try to like do it like that. But I don't know if he's already compromised things. Like, I don't know. Like, has he been letting everything go and this is the one thing that he's adamant on not doing? Or maybe you can make your Instagram private and like not have his family on it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know. That's a very hard thing to kind of navigate. You know, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, things pop up in a relationship that you need to communicate about. Obviously, you said his communication is good and he's expressing like, hey, this makes me feel uncomfortable. Now, it's tough because, like, she's already compromised with toning down other things, like changing clothing, not wearing skimpy bikinis, wearing a one piece, which is already a compromise. Now, this is where the question lies to you. How far are you willing to let that compromise go? Because if he keeps saying, well, you can't post a waist-up one-piece bikini picture, where do you go from there? What else can't you post? Is it going to turn into...
It's literally the same as like a tank top.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, is that going to turn into something more? Is that where it cuts off? Like, it's going to be up to you. Where do you let that compromise end? Like, you need to set your own boundaries, too. Like, you want to be able to express yourself. You want to still have independence a little bit, be able to do the things you want, not feel controlled. So that's a conversation you guys are going to have together, and you're going to have to figure out where you want that to lie.
Would you be okay with your wife or girlfriend posting bikini pictures?
Fuck, I'm going to get cheaty here. Bikini pictures, like, I don't think so.
Like, if it's her on the beach, like, actually not posing for a picture, like...
Yeah, like her on the beach.
Like
picture.
with ice cream.
Yeah. I don't care if it goes on like her story, for example, right? The reason I don't want it going on, I wouldn't be okay with it going as like a post on her page is because I know how like my family can be. Now, let's say she didn't have my family on Instagram, then I wouldn't give a fuck.
Okay.
So you're on his side, basically.
Yeah, but I don't know what their culture is. I don't know.
They're
Christian. Okay. I don't know too much about that, to be honest with you. But
it's like the same stuff as like Catholic, basically.
Fair enough. So it's very conservative, right? Like reserved kind of thing.
Not as.
It's just like you follow the Bible. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to get into religion. I don't.
Yeah, everyone's different.
But my thing is like if she has like, for example, like my sister, my cousins, and like whoever else, like family that I know who is super picky about that type of shit on social media, yeah, I'm gonna feel some type of way because I know what the issues it's gonna cause behind the scenes, right?
Correct.
Now again, if she doesn't have any of them or blocks them from seeing it, I don't care.
Right.
I really don't care. But also it's like I know the type of girl that I want to marry and I want to be with. She has like, if it was for me, like a lot of the girls I have talked to in the past, for them it's always like I could never post those types of pictures regardless. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't do it. I just don't have the, like the will to do it. Like I know what it's gonna cause an issue with. My siblings are on my page, all this and that, and like for themselves.
Yeah.
So it's always been like a like their own personal thing rather than me being like, hey, don't do X, Y, and Z.
So, okay, yeah. So I mean, again, my takeaway from this is, basically how far do you want to compromise? that's it. You've already done X, Y, and Z or whatever. So it's up to you. It's up to you on how far you want to take that. That's totally your call, I think. If everything else is perfect and that's something he just doesn't like there are relationships. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, this is something that I will talk about forever. In a relationship, whatever, you might have the most outrageous beliefs. There might be people out there that don't even want their significant other posting on social media. Yeah. There are people that
I know people like that.
Yeah. I don't even want you
They both have no Snapchat or whatever.
I don't want you even posting a fucking selfie. There are people that are in relationships like that. Now, do I think that's a little over the edge?
But Josh also lets his fiance, soon-to-be wife, do OnlyFans. So can you really?
No, but
can you really?
No. I'm talking about selfies, though. I'm talking about selfies.
Okay.
I'm saying there are. You'll understand what I'm saying. Oh, listen. To go back, there are people in relationships out there.
Funny.
There are people in relationships out there that, don't they have that agreement. I don't want you posting on social media, whatever. Now, again, like I've always said, if you discuss that at the beginning of your relationship and you both have that, that's okay. That's fine. I won't do that. Then that's your business. That's how you navigate your relationship. That's how you do it. And who am I to sit here and be like, man, that's crazy. You don't let your girlfriend post selfies on social media. Meanwhile, like you said, I'm fucking mine on the internet. So there's different sides of the scale here, So I
probably the wrong people to ask for advice here.
Yeah, so I mean, again, like I said, you just
what if you guys made like a Japanese corn style where it's like everything's just blurred?
Then what's the point?
I'd probably still have subscribers.
Yeah, you would, just for the adventure. The mystery. But anyway,
you guys should do like a find your own adventure style video.
Oh, like you can, like those YouTube videos where you click the next.
Well, you have
video?
two options, and then the two.
Oh my god, that'd be fun.
Would you want a BJ or doggy style? And you're like,
$5 for this, $10 for that.
Damn, sick. You're kind of on to something though.
Can I have a percentage?
Do a whole day event where you're on like where we're just sitting there being like, okay, they want this, let's do it. Okay, we send it to them.
I don't want to do that. That sounds like a terrible day. Okay, we'll talk about it. Listen. Okay, we're going to move on from that. Thank you for your email. My advice stands. Take it as you will. But again, take it with a grain of salt, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, first update.
Before you get to that, Amber, thank you for the 99 cents. I know it was a while ago. We were very involved in the conversation.
Thank you, Sick. And thank you, Amber. Now, if you guys don't remember, I'm just going to call it the Stalker update.
Yes.
Pretty sure everybody will know. If you're an avid watcher of this podcast, you know what I'm talking about.
We've talked about it in 2 episodes now?
2. This is the 3rd one.
Do you want to give a rundown?
Yeah, so essentially what had happened was the girl was with a guy. They broke up. He started seeing another girl. This girl started leaving like gifts at her door that had his name on it and like stalking her outside of her house. At the grocery store, she left a note on her car. Super creepy shit. And this is kind of the continuation of that. So we had a continuation. Now this is the next continuation. So the first continuation was the boyfriend ended up going to stay with her again, just for like protection. And
again, why'd you say it like that?
Again. And yeah, so this is what we're going to do. So, all right, let's get into it. This is the part 2 of 3 that we're going to do this episode. So there's going to be another update. She has been reported, and the cops have been continuously looking for this anonymous person. We are expecting some answers within the next 2 to 3 days. However, something else indeed did happen. Thank you. This past Sunday, 5 days ago, my ex and I decided it would be a cool idea to invite some friends over. Hang out in the backyard, the backyard, it says, but backyard, and have a bonfire. He has a fire pit in his backyard, so we carried on to have our plans at his house. And for however long they wanted to stay, which was until about 10, 11 p.m. that night. We had chairs out and a patio swing set, so of course, chairs were moved around by everybody, so on and so forth. We obviously weren't paying attention to where people were putting chairs, so at the end of things, we're a little scattered, as expected. Fast forward, our hangout ends and everyone goes home. The very next morning, we woke up and we're headed to the backyard to pick up from the previous night. When we go to gather all the chairs, we notice a chair is sitting right underneath the bathroom window with a mini flashlight laying in the grass next to it. Mind you, everyone was near the bonfire and fire pit. Is not nearly close to the house. We were confused on why a chair was dragged all the way to the window when a switch went off in our heads. It had to have been the stalker once again, and we were freaked out.
How the fuck?
I'm starting to not believe this.
I know.
Yeah, it's starting to get crazy. It's becoming too Hollywood.
I know. But more so irritated as we just want things to be over with. So we go on to take a little turn around the house and see the fence had been cracked open. And that's when we knew it was for sure her. And as we always have the gates closed due to the dogs running outside the yard. We still don't know how to go about this, but to tell the cops again, we personally don't think the cops will be able to do much. I'm so beyond drained and creeped out, but I try to not let it get to me, as this person is clearly a lowlife if they are able to watch my every movements. Like always, I plan to keep you guys updated, and thank you for everything.
Put cameras up around your house.
Yeah, no
you can
shit,
get cheap ones. Call like a security company like now and have them come ASAP. Be like, I have like a problem. You need to come ASAP. Put some cameras up. Have like the floodlights that turn on from Ring. Put on a payment plan and get some. You can move it with whatever house you go to, so they're not stuck there. Honestly, I would go get some cameras because that is just ridiculous. And then you can at least see that person's face or whatever, or maybe they won't be so keen on going.
Yeah, and now we have the final stalker update.
That wasn't the final one?
No, there's one more. I told you.
Oh, she sent two in.
There's two from her.
Oh, I thought it was like two from, like one from another.
No. I already did the first one. This is two from her now.
Whoa.
This is the next one. Ready?
Yeah, sorry, my back really hurts. I'm trying to stretch it.
It's been a long, very long, stressful, scary experience having this creepy lady stalk me. But I'm here to say it has come to an end, as we know. About 2 weeks ago, we have noticed a chair under the bathroom window. Planning on ignoring it, but decided it was just too much too close. As it seems she was trying to let herself in the house by nearly climbing the window. So, we called the police once again, came to the house, and agreed that it was very scary and could have gone wrong in any direction. They asked if we had cameras and said no. But as they were looking around the backyard, they had noticed one of the neighbors had cameras. Dun dun dun. My heart dropped to my ass. Thinking about all the possibilities we could see on the footage. The cop proceeded to go to the neighbors with us and explain some of the things that had been going on. They indeed were able to rewatch the footage and see exactly what happened in our backyard that night. It's hard to explain the house setup, but you can see 3 of our backyards and the sidewalk next to our fence with a road leading out to that neighborhood. It shows us going inside like I explained, and everyone's carpooling away. 2 hours goes by and it's nearly 3 a.m. when all of a sudden you can see a car driving with the lights off and goes out of the camera frame. 2 minutes later, you see somebody in dark colors with a flashlight walking around, making their way into our backyard. I couldn't even breathe due to what I was witnessing. When they get in the yard, you can see a part of them moving the chair to the house. Little did they know we have motion lights up to 5 feet in range of our patio. When they get
This is very specific.
Yep. When they get near the patio, the light shined right on the girl. She was wearing a black shirt with what the cop says dark gray pants. When I saw her face, I froze. I felt paralyzed. It had been a girl I went to high school with and had just caught up with recently.
What?
I said her name out loud and couldn't believe it. Everything made sense. She didn't go through his phone to find my address. In the beginning, she already knew my address because we were friends. As to what car she was driving to and from my house leaving the gifts is yet to be explained. All I know was not her car. It all made sense without making sense. Why would she leave gifts? Why would she care so much to follow me around? Why did she feel the need to be sneaking up with my ex while we were still together? It was a backstabbing moment and I couldn't believe it. I texted her and confronted her, told her everything that she had been doing and how I knew. I was immediately blocked and had been left alone since. Since we had known it was her, I didn't feel the need to go through restraining order we were planning and decided to uninvolve ourselves with any legal that could have been settling in. My ex had texted her through a backup account, letting her know that if she ever does that again, we will make sure she gets some sort of time or punishment, as I had to live in fear and absolute betrayal. With that being said, I'm glad to have updated you guys on everything, and thank you so much.
I feel like that's still not closure, though. Like, why? See, my issue is I would need to know why. I can't just leave it alone. Like, why?
Yeah.
That is so weird.
That's crazy. That is crazy. First of all, I would have pressed charges. Fuck that. This girl put you through emotional trauma for the past however long.
Yeah.
And
you had to move and everything.
like, man, I don't know. I mean, I guess some people are just like, you know what? Now that she knows, maybe she won't do it. But what?
Or they don't want more stress.
What if? Yeah.
But also now you know who she is. You know who this person is. Like, it's so easy to get the police report going and the charge going.
Order.
Yeah, you have all the
It
proof.
would give you more peace of mind too.
Yeah, minimum restraining order. That's insane. That's insane.
That's wild.
I actually can't believe that. I mean, thank you for all the updates because that's great.
Do you want to just answer questions about our wedding or something for the next 15?
Well,
or do you want to read more?
Do you have more emails?
There was the one that's the title.
Oh yeah,
The title.
Totally forgot.
Title of the podcast. My
yeah.
boyfriend cheated and claims he doesn't remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a funny one.
Yeah. Do this one.
Yeah.
As for your update, thank you very much. I mean, we're up to me. I'm probably going to restraining order, but it's not up to
I
me.
would get
But,
one too.
you know.
Can I just say one more thing regarding that update though?
Go ahead.
Kind of mad my favorite show just ended.
Yeah, I know. Really, though.
It was a 4-episode series, very short-lived, but it was great.
Yep. Thanks for all the updates. If you have any more, feel free again. But I don't think there should be
Season 2.
Yeah, season 2. Yeah, literally. Okay.
Let's go.
Hey, Karlee, Josh, and Sick. Love the
Yola.
podcast.
Yola,
I'm proud
thank
of
you.
all three of you guys. Thanks.
Oh, neither. My mom's not, so thank you. I'm kidding.
My
I'm
God.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So this happened about a month ago, and I guess the situation is over, but I'd still like an outsider's opinion on it. My now ex-boyfriend and I were dating for a year and living together. We're 20 years old, but share an apartment at school. A few months ago, he cheated on me with a girl at the same party I was at. He said he was tired and wanted to go home, so I decided to stay because my friends were there. He literally Ubered to another girl's house while he was texting me that he was home and saying goodnight. When I caught him, he played it off as he was just going to hang out with her, and I didn't think anything bad would happen, which is obviously bullshit. It was the most hurtful situation because this girl was at the party and literally asking me about my boyfriend, saying how he looks like he's been working out. I didn't think much of it because I trusted my boyfriend with my whole heart. Later to find out, he completely betrayed me. He didn't tell me for 5 days and we hung out during those days. He only admitted to it once. I found out and confronted him. It was absolutely heartbreaking. Fast forward a few months, and I stupidly forgave him. He started going to clubs every day and every weekend, and I would go out with him.
Every day.
I guess every day and every weekend. And I would go out. I would go with, but eventually I stopped going every day. And just some, because it was too much partying for me. One morning when I'm at home, and he's in another city partying, I get a text from my friend saying she has a video of my boyfriend kissing another girl. It broke me into pieces, as you can imagine. I confronted him, and he said he truly does not remember it happening in his story. I've never watched the video because it will rip me apart, but I know it exists. And I let him know what an absolute piece of shit he is for doing this to me again after I cook and clean for him every day and do everything for this man. We broke up, but he somehow turned the situation to blame me and say, "What am I supposed to do if you're not giving me the attention?" I thought he was fucking insane for saying that. Anyway, sorry for the long story, but do you believe that he didn't remember, or do you think I just got lucky catching him this one time and this was a multiple occurrence situation? I don't understand how someone could say they could literally take a bullet for you and want to marry you, then turn around and cheat. Any ideas on the reasoning behind that?
He's a lying piece of shit, and you need to leave. And he's definitely cheated on you more than just the 2 times.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's like in his partying phase and needs to be single, and you don't need that.
Yeah, they sound like they're a very young couple.
They are. They are 20.
Oh, yes.
That's not that young, but yeah.
They're in school.
It's young enough to be like wilding out like that, like going through his phase of like doing that weird shit, stupid shit.
You need someone older, like 25.
Yeah, almost like a relationship immaturity level. You know what I mean? And you're partying, clubbing every fucking day. Like, first of all, where are you getting this money? Secondly, like, you're 20 years old. So, and third of all, it's like, dude, chill the fuck out. But also,
I would be dead. I can't even party one day a week. It
Yeah,
takes me a
every
week.
day?
It takes me a week to get over a hangover. Like, this one glass of wine, I'm gonna be out after this.
yeah.
Like,
No, but that's the thing. It's like, yes, I agree that he has been cheating. He has to have been cheating multiple times.
100%.
But I'm confused because, so real quick, just recap a little bit. Because the party that they were both at when he Ubered home or Ubered to the girl's house, what if she had left with him? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she wasn't, like, did he plan after that? But then also, that's the one he's saying he didn't remember? Like, that part?
Which one?
The party. You got fucking crickets in here.
What is that?
I think he turned on the bug.
Oh.
Or the mouse, because he's playing with
Kappa.
That's funny.
That's probably what it was, actually. Sorry, guys. She's actually in the chat real quick. She says, yeah, this is me, LOL. We're 20 and we're dating for a year.
Sub.
Okay.
For a year. I was supposed to be anonymous. She just outs herself.
She's like, yeah, that's me, actually. No, I'm the one. No. So I think that, yeah. Like
He said he didn't remember the second one.
Yeah.
The
So,
one on camera.
yeah,
Oh.
the one.
But-
yes.
But then it doesn't matter if you remembered it because it's on camera.
Right.
And the first one, he like blatantly lied to her.
Yeah.
And was like, I'm gonna go home, and then Ubered to another girl's house.
But man, you really are on the back pedal there. Like, you're just fucking digging yourself a hole. She's like, I have a video of you making out with a girl at a party. Babe, I don't even remember that. I must have been super fucked up. There's a video, dude. It doesn't matter what you're saying right now.
That's
Like,
not me in the video.
there's a video. Like, hello, it's you. Oh my God. Babe. Oh,
that
man,
was fucking crazy.
Yeah, so I think he's full of shit, to be honest. I think he knew damn well what he was doing because it was a multiple occurrence thing. Yes, he knew he's a serial cheater, obviously. Probably would, I'm sorry to say this, he probably did it more than that. I'm sure he cheated
100%.
on multiple
Like,
occasions.
I will bet like $1,000 on it. That's how confident I am. Like,
Yeah.
it's probably a 90% chance he definitely has before.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I would say that he definitely, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry to tell you. She's like bawling her eyes out right now. I'm sorry.
No, it was what you said.
What?
She definitely cheated on you. I would bet $1,000. I'm 90% sure he cheated.
Yeah.
I can't say 100. 99.9.
Yeah, I would say definitely up there that he cheated.
It's so funny.
I'm crying.
Thank you for your story. Hopefully that's all figured out. And I know you said you're done with him now, so that's great. But yeah,
Sick. Another relationship ruined because of us.
No, it wasn't because of us. It wasn't because of us.
I know it's a joke.
We
It's a
can't
joke. Hey,
claim
hey,
it
hey,
hell.
hey, it's called a joke.
Can we answer the question about why we're doing the wedding so fast?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Wait, are we done with emails?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the last one.
Okay.
So a lot of people are saying they're like, no offense, but why are you doing it in two months? Or a lot of people are saying like, give yourself longer time, like stop stressing yourself out. So there's a couple of reasons. One, I'm not gonna say, so sucks. But the second one, it's mostly this reason right here, is that what did you ask?
Nothing. Off camera. I'll tell you off camera.
Question everybody asked.
I'll tell you off camera. Oh fuck! I didn't realize.
It's not that, guys.
That was everybody's first question.
I'm not pregnant.
Literally, they go, why are you
drinking wine.
rushing into this? Are you pregnant?
Well, no.
No.
I didn't even think that till she just said,
Yeah.
"I'm not going to say why." So I thought because you thought you wanted a big reveal.
No.
There is one thing that I'm not going to talk about right now, but it will be talked about in the future once it's done. I don't want to jinx it or anything like that.
Yes.
The second thing, and this is the major thing, is his brother is getting married next year as well.
Correct.
In September. We don't want to obviously take away from their year, take away from their wedding, and we want ours in the summer, so it would have to be like a couple months or even a month before. Like we're having ours in August, theirs is in September. We don't want to do that, but I also don't want to wait 2 years. So I'm like, let's just take the plunge. Let's do it in 2 months. Like, let's just get it over with. And also, like, you know, we only have a very select amount of people coming. It's not a huge wedding. It's less than 50 people. So there's not a lot of people coming. And we feel like it's very easy to pull off. And honestly, I'm stressed about it, but I feel like honestly most of it's done. I think I have like 2 things to do.
I think that, like, you know, people are obviously going to have their opinions about it. And, you know, people have opinions about the engagement already. First of all,
They're going to.
Everyone will. I could fucking, like, anything that any of us do, people are going to have an opinion about it. It doesn't fucking matter.
Just wait till you see our wedding and be like, oh shit, they pulled that off in 2 months. That's dope.
Yeah. But, like, people have an opinion about everything.
Yeah.
This does not phase us one bit. If you have an opinion, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's been lots and lots and lots of positive comments, lots and lots of positive
we
feedback,
appreciate it.
and we do appreciate that. But
Asking
again,
isn't really offensive though. I think they're really just curious.
no, I'm talking about just the engagement in general.
Yeah,
If people
yeah,
have an
yeah.
issue with it, whatever. Say what you want to say. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Also, here is my question for you guys. Do you get engaged to not get married?
Wait, what?
Do you get engaged to not get married?
Just be engaged forever?
Yeah.
What's the point?
Okay, thank you.
Amen.
So
Either don't get engaged or do the whole thing.
Exactly. So if you're getting engaged, right? Do you want to get engaged to wait 5 years for a wedding? 3 years for your wedding? I mean, I honestly, you get engaged because you want to be married to that person. That's what we want to do. So I don't care if it was next week. I don't care if we did the engagement and got married right the fuck after. It really doesn't matter because what's the point of being engaged is to be married.
Can I say two things? Oh,
yeah.
go ahead.
I just think a huge part is the fact that we want to respect, because his brother and his fiance have been together for a lot longer than we have, and they've been planning this wedding for 2 years, and we don't want to take away from their year and their wedding and like
Facts.
have our wedding 2 months before and have their family have to come to 2 weddings. It's just not fair. It's about them, so we want to make next year about them.
Yes, and then in 2 years we would have to wait. This place that we booked with actually just happened to have an opening. We weren't planning on, like, it wasn't supposed to be
On that date.
like quick, like boom, like we weren't like we need this day this time. Like it was literally just like, hey, hey, we have this availability. If you guys take this now, we could probably make it work. Blah blah blah. And we're like, fuck it, why not? Like we're engaged. We're not doing this for fun.
Sick.
Like,
What were you gonna say?
but yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I'll just say two things. One, when people get engaged, for them, I think it's like the security, where it's like, okay, now we know we're getting married. That's
Yes.
it's it.
Yes,
We know we're getting
yeah.
married, so now let's take our time to plan the wedding. So I can see why people take a long time.
Yeah, correct.
But
And
on
it's a lot of money.
Yes,
Absolutely,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Saving and all that stuff. On the flip side of it, if you're saying, I could have got married next week or whatever, would you be willing to even just skip the process of engagement, or that's not a mandatory step, is it?
Not really.
No, it's really not.
it's not.
I think engagement is just more of a. I don't know if I don't want to say society. It's
It
more.
is.
Well,
It's
almost a formality.
Yeah, formality. Like
Yeah.
get
To
her
let
the nice
also
big
let the
ring.
family know, like, hey, we're getting married.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
preparation, not like, hey, we're getting married in 2 days. Like
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
by the way, no, I think what it is that, yes, if that was the case, absolutely, I would just skip the whole engagement and just boom right to the wedding because, again, for anybody that whatever has anything to say, all I'm saying is that if somebody is proposing to somebody, it's because they want to be married. So I mean,
There will not be any horses at my wedding.
no horses at this wedding. No.
But it's like a rustic, it's not a farmhouse vibe, but it's like a rustic, outdoor, earthy.
It's like a modern
modern-
farmhousey, but not really.
I don't know. It's like I feel like it's what everyone is doing right now.
Rustic greenery.
Yeah, rustic greenery is
Yeah.
a good one.
Ooh,
Like
that suits Karlee style.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude,
Holy shit!
That's the
that
thing is
your
with
style.
this
wood, plants.
with
Yeah.
this place.
You should
we-
see my
oh
thank you,
God.
my thank you gift for everyone. You guys are gonna be like, that's Karlee.
We
You're gonna be
walked
like,
into this place sick.
Here's a
like,
plank of wood.
No, everything about
it's
the
her.
wedding
It's
is
her.
me. Like,
we
you're gonna be
walked
like-
in and we're like, it honestly might have taken us 2 minutes. We walked in the place. We're like, yep.
Sold.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all we gotta do. That's it.
I want the wedding to scream like Karlee and Josh, and it definitely does.
Can I ask you a question regarding the wedding in general? Not
Yeah.
the wedding, just a wedding.
Yeah.
Josh, how do you specifically feel about it? Do you think the wedding is for the couple, or do you think it's for like the bride? It's her day, or do you, Karlee? Do you think it's like it's it's like, how do you feel about it?
I'm gonna answer first.
Go.
It is okay. Here's my two explanations. Here's my two explanations.
Why'd you cross your arms?
I'm just ready to
Here
hear.
are my two explanations. It is a day for
There is
both.
basil.
Yes, it is a day for both of the people involved, the
Yeah.
husband and the wife, the bride, the groom.
Yeah.
It is their day together. But, and I know this is definitely a societal thing where they've made it the bride's day.
Yes.
We walked into this place. There's a groom suite, which there usually isn't. Usually the groom gets ready at home and then they come. This one has a whole place for the groom to get
There's
ready and
groom
hang
suites.
out. Well, they told us no. They said there's usually not.
I think it's like nowadays it might be more popular.
Yeah.
Oh,
But apparently
yeah,
there
that
never
makes
was.
Sense. That makes sense.
There's more brides than
100%.
bride
Yeah,
suites than
right.
this.
So I walked in the groom suite. Dope. I was like, this is so dope, right? We walk into the bride suite. triple the fucking size.
Yeah.
Way nicer. I'm like what the fuck is this? You got a fucking bear rug
I
or
have
whatever
a
the hell.
private bathroom.
Yeah, private bathroom with
crazy.
everything, right? So I'm like,
The one with celiac doesn't get a
literally, I'm like, so I gotta shit in the fucking woods. This girl gets a fucking butler to wipe her ass. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So anyway, yes, I think it's definitely the bride's day. I think it's more special. Like, men don't grow up thinking like, oh, I can't wait for my wedding day. I can't wait to be married. Like, men don't think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe some, and if you
I
do,
didn't really
cool.
think about that either, though.
But
I thought about just being a mother.
right, but women like to envision like their wedding day. They like to plan it out in their head. They plan about their dress. Oh, I already know what kind of dress I want. Like, people plan this before they even have a fucking boyfriend. Like they do.
Oh, yeah.
Like they think, or a girlfriend or whatever. Like they plan that in their head. They already have a vision of what they want it to look like. And so yeah, it's a special day for both. But I feel like it's more guided to the bride, which I'm totally okay with. You know, like she's doing a lot of the planning. Like she wants to be like, if Karlee could do wedding planning, she'd be fucking phenomenal at it.
Are
Because,
you serious?
dude, we planned the venue. What was it, 3 days ago?
Yeah.
Most of the shit's already done.
The only thing we
That's
don't, I
crazy.
even have a dress.
Everything.
Oh, you already
is-
got a dress?
Yeah.
What?
I have a
Everything.
photographer, videographer, decorator, food,
DJ, lighting, decor.
lighting, decor,
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
makeup, hair.
Yeah. All done. All booked.
I have what do I not have?
Oh,
I don't have a florist.
not
Well,
that's
it comes with a
the
decorator, so
yeah.
actually I do. The only thing I have is
Nothing.
nothing.
You already have the thank you. We already have thank you cards, the invitations.
I've designed them myself too, and
Mm-hmm.
I have the thank you thing, which I'm making myself.
Does your day have more than 24 hours? Because that sounds fucking crazy.
Dude,
I'm
she's
really
been up
good.
last night. She was up till 3 a.m.
Holy
just
shit.
doing stuff.
We also have the seating table and the guest list.
We did that together. We did the guest list, the
Yeah.
seating
And I
table.
got everyone's address.
Yeah. So all for mailing, like everything is, dude, it's fucking.
We got engaged less than a week ago.
Yeah.
Like the girl asked us, she goes, "When'd you get engaged?" I'm like, "Last week." She goes, "Nice." I go, "Yes."
Oh, and we have our wedding bands picked out.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Like
literally,
picked out and picked up.
literally actually the only thing I have to do is go with the bridesmaids to get dresses. That's it
Yeah.
for them.
Everything's done.
Good on you
Everything's
guys,
done.
man.
So, you know what? She's gone into a total fucking workhorse mode, which is great. So yeah, of course, you know, obviously she's super, super, super excited about it. We're both very excited, but I can tell Karlee's.
Do you know what I'm
amped the
most
fuck
excited
up.
for? The food.
Me too.
Me too.
If you saw, no,
Yeah.
if you can I tell them just a little bit of what we have on the menu?
Go ahead. I don't care.
We have macaroni and cheese bites,
I thought you were going to stop mac and cheese. I was like,
Bruschetta.
Karlee?
Mac and cheese and hot
bruschetta.
dogs.
Crab dinner?
bruschetta,
Okay.
charcuterie board.
Oh, can't eat that?
Well, you can
Without
have
the
cheese.
crackers.
Yes, true.
Yes.
Okay.
Cheese.
Cheese, meats.
Choose, yeah.
We have what is it? A cheese something penne.
Okay.
With roasted potatoes,
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay.
beef tenderloin,
Triple A beef
Tuscan
tenderloin.
chicken,
Yeah.
Okay.
a dessert table,
Yeah.
Okay.
sangria, unlimited,
Yeah.
open bar.
Open bar.
Open. I can't drink.
Yeah, but if
I
you
know.
did, you would love it. But for the people that are going, yeah. But you know what? It's been
Oh, and fruit.
Yeah.
And coffee and tea.
it's been definitely
Coffee and tea.
And a selfie station.
yeah.
That's
So
fire.
it's been crazy how fast everything has progressed. We're like fucking everything's going a million miles a minute. Like we look back to last year, you know, we look back to even 2-3 months ago, like, and we look back to this year how much we've done. Like I started a business, we started this podcast, like the new podcast, been doing this show every Friday, the mukbang channel, fucking planning a wedding, like getting engaged, like, you know, birthdays, whatever, holidays, whatever, everything's just been so fucking nuts. Yeah, so I mean, I think we're kind of at the point where we're like, okay, let's get this all done. because
Yeah.
This is going crazy right now. So yeah.
I didn't get the chance to watch the proposal video, so I don't know if you already if it's like a vlog style or anything like that. But the question I have for you, Josh, is when you were getting ready to propose, did you think like did you plan it in a way where you're like, how am I gonna do this? I want to surprise her with this, or I want to do this, like, and the
Okay.
ring, like that's a beautiful ring, by the way. Like,
Thank you.
Like picking that out, like,
Oh, yeah,
do it on your
so-
own.
I can't believe he picked that out. I'm shocked.
Everyone-
You
said
didn't
that.
have help with that?
No.
You fucking
I knew
liar.
what I wanted
And
going
it's
in.
my hands. It's like my vibe.
And did she know what kind of ring she wanted? Like,
She did.
I mean, I've said-
you were kind of all over the place.
I was like, I don't know.
And I kind of just went with my gut, and I'm like, what would Karlee like? Like, what would she love? And it wasn't like it was actually love. I was like, what would she love? Because this is so fucking important. Like, I'm like, I don't want it. And that was my one thing, right? I wanted to propose.
Aww.
I wanted to propose. Like, to be honest, when you know, I think, and we're at the age now where there's no high school bullshit. It's not
For
like
sure.
we're playing games. We're not fucking doing this for jokes or for fun,
Yeah.
right? So, with that being said, I knew, I'm like, this ring has to be fucking banging, bro. I'm like, this has to be a dope ass ring. So I went and we pulled out. So I was talking to the saleswoman, whatever, pulled out 4, 5, 6 rings. Went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Took this one out, took this one out, took this one out. Okay, we're left with 2. So I had 2 to pick from. And I literally said, I'm like, okay. So I closed my eyes and I opened them real quick. And whatever one my eyes locked on first, whatever grabbed my attention first, that's the one I went with.
wow.
So I went like, that's the one. I'm doing that.
That's a great method.
And we kind of, I was back and forth a lot. And so
You guys should see it with the wedding band. It looks crazy.
it looks great. I already had the wedding band picked out. We just picked it up the other day. I got my wedding band, like my ring, picked out. That was a fucking task.
So
I
were
took
you
longer picking
nervous?
out my ring.
So were you nervous and did it go as planned?
So
What's the
can I even
question
talk
think?
about the day? Because it's gonna
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
spoil it a little bit. Well,
Okay.
there will be a vlog. I'm pretty sure coming out.
Okay.
I don't know when, but it'll kind of show what we did that day.
Okay.
So I had planned. We went to a glamping. You know what glamping is?
Yeah.
So we did that. We wanted to do that. She always wanted to do that. It was for our anniversary.
Oh shit.
So we went there, and I had already in my head. I said I am going to propose to her at glamping. I said that. I was like, I'm gonna do it there. But I'm like, I need the day to go great because we're not just gonna show up glamping. Go fucking be out in the beating hot sun and be like, oh, this is some shit, and then go back miserable as fuck. I'm just like, hey, will you marry me, by the way? Like,
Yeah.
no. So we ended up going to this winery. We went there for brunch. We get there. There happens to be this lavender festival going on.
The same day.
The
Once a
same
year.
day.
Oh,
Once
wow.
a year they do this.
Interesting.
The same day we were there. Just happened to be there.
Okay.
I was like, wow, that's lucky. Shit. I'm like, this is fucking great. So, there's my first sign. I said, this is going well. So, we go there. So we go in for brunch. People recognize her.
Oh.
Hey, I know you, blah, blah, blah. They bring us complimentary wine.
Wow.
For free.
Okay.
I said, sign number 2.
Yeah.
Great start.
Yeah.
This is going smooth.
Wow.
Then, after that, we get told, hey, they want to take you on a private lavender tour, and
That's cute.
and show you how to cut it. I go, oh my god, I couldn't have written this better. I'm like,
Yeah.
who's
I-
fucking helping me right now?
I love plants too.
And
so
I'm
it was
like-
just like a
it was a-
wine, plants. It was just insane.
it was a
And
Karlee
the food
day.
was
Oh,
phenomenal.
we had mussels,
Oh my
steak and
God.
eggs. Like, dude, it was.
Jesus
It
Christ.
worked out so well, and I'm like, okay, someone's looking out for me right now. Someone's looking out for
It's
me.
a sign you were supposed to
And
do.
I said, I'm like, there's my next one. So we go on this
Oh, there's
private
more.
tour.
There's
She
more.
takes us across the street, grabs her some plants, gets her a lavender plant, the whole nine.
Takes me into a garden
I'm
of
like-
edible food.
I'm like, whoa, yeah, shows us food. We're
Salad.
eating flowers and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, it was crazy. So I'm like, I'm like, wow, this is going fucking phenomenally. There happened to be a painting class that day.
Where you drink wine and you paint with the instructor.
Yeah. So she's like, I want to do this.
What
I'm
is
like,
happening right now?
dude,
I know, it
literally,
sounds like a movie.
It sounds like one of those fake ass emails.
dude, I'm telling you, and it's in the fucking,
And this all happened, like, we didn't know. We went there not knowing any of this was happening.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm literally like, I'm flabbergasted. I'm like, this is fucking amazing. So whatever, we go, we start painting, drinking. I'm like, this is so fun. Like, what the fuck? She kept saying, she's like, this is the best day ever. This is the best day
I
ever.
kept saying, I was like, this is the best day of my
She's
life.
like, this is a Karlee day. This is a Karlee day. I go, I planned none of this.
yeah.
This just happened.
Painting, wine,
Yep.
flowers.
Yep.
Like, are you kidding
I was
me?
like, dude, this is perfect. I'm like,
Elegant food.
there is no-
Mimosas too.
mimosas. I was like, there is no fucking shot that this worked out. And I literally had a plan: go to the winery, get brunch, go glamping, propose. Nope, fucking everything just took a turn. I was like, they had live music there. I'm like,
Oh yeah, they had like someone singing and playing.
I was
guitar.
like, wow.
That's dope.
I'm like, somebody, big man, you're looking out. I'm like, what's going on here? So we end up going back to glamping, and she's not feeling well.
Oh, shit.
You know? And I'm like, okay.
As
Like
Karlee does.
usual.
Like usual, yeah, like usual. But this time was like, I know she actually doesn't feel well a lot.
I get migraines a lot.
And she had a bad migraine. So she's like not feeling well. She's laying down. She's like, I just need to rest. I just need to relax. I'm like, okay, fuck. We go get coffee, come back, and I'm waiting. So it's like I'm waiting. I'm like, I need a small window of when she feels good. Give me a fucking minute.
Yeah.
Give me something. So she starts getting up. She's sitting up. She starts laughing. She's giggling. I go, perfect. I'm like, all right, here's my chance. So I go. I give her her card. Like, hey. So I start vlogging. I'm like,
I kept asking you to charge my battery too, and you weren't doing it. I was getting really frustrated. I was like, "Can you
she-
get my
plug
battery
my
and
battery
charge
in?
it?"
I'm like, I will.
But he never
But I
did. He just
needed
left
the,
it.
And
was
I
like,
put the
"Whatever."
camera in a certain spot.
Yeah.
Like, don't fucking touch that camera. I was like, don't touch it. So I start recording. I'm like, okay, read your card to the vlog.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So she didn't read it out loud, but
I was
she's
too
like,
nervous.
she's turned around. And then I got down on one knee when she was turned around. I said, okay, you can turn around for, your surprise, for your gift, whatever.
Yeah.
And I proposed, and then it was a fucking mess. And I was like,
I started crying before I even turned around because
Yeah.
I was looking at the camera when I was like reading it, and I saw on the camera he was on one knee, and I was like,
yeah.
I started bawling. Oh my god!
She thought it was going to be fucking flowers. I'm like,
I thought it was gonna be like flowers or like a gift or.
she thought the ring was fake, too, by the way.
No way.
I kept asking if
she
he was
no,
joking.
she grabbed the box that it was. So I did it. She grabbed the box and looked at the thing to see where it was from, and I'm like, yeah, Karlee, that's not like a Walmart special, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like fucking whatever. I was like, it's not a pawn shop or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it's legit. And you know what? And then she threw up about 10 minutes later because she
It's kind of a running joke. Made me sick. I was like, I'm gonna be with you.
Yeah. So we get in the car.
Because I wasn't feeling good. I genuinely wasn't, so I started projecting.
So we actually left. We didn't even stay the night at the glamping
Because
place.
I was like literally throwing up.
We left. We left. We didn't even stay a whole day. We're just like, okay, we're leaving.
Yeah.
So we left, and then on the way home, she's like, can you pull over? I was like,
I think
damn, is
honestly,
it that bad? You didn't have to say yes.
between
You know?
my endometriosis and my anxiety and then my migraines
and drinking.
I just feel horrible most of the day.
Like, if she drinks in the sun, especially, like if we're out in
I'm
the sun
done.
and she drinks,
Oh, that
fucking
makes sense.
game over.
'Cause
And
the
we were
heat,
pretty tipsy. Like, we had a couple glasses of wine, some mimosas.
And we had no
like,
water.
No water.
And that was our breakfast was a mimosa and wine. So I was not feeling
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, so you know what? It was a great day. It worked out fucking incredibly for me.
I talked about that. I said how
Yeah.
my butt had a wedgie. And in the proposal video, you can see my butt. My butt is literally like I have a dress wedgie.
It's so funny.
I was like, of course, I have to ruin the fucking moment.
But you know what? I knew to
As
vlog.
Karlee does. I'm kidding.
Literally.
I'm kidding.
No, it's facts.
I'm joking. I'm totally
It's
joking.
facts. I try to be elegant. It just doesn't.
Were you
work.
nervous at all? Or were you kind of like, I know she's saying
You know
yes.
what? Because Karlee hinted at it so much. I wasn't nervous on the fact of like, I feel like a lot of nerves come from maybe people thinking like, oh my God, what if they say no?
Yeah.
What if they don't want this?
Of course.
What if they are with me, but they're not ready for this?
Right.
So that honestly was never a doubt in my mind. I bought that ring. I'm like, I'm getting engaged. I'm like, she says no, there's a fucking major issue here. I'm like, what's going on? So I think I was nervous because I was like, you know, what if for some reason, you know, I fuck something up or I say something, you know, I didn't mean to say, or I trip over my words or like whatever. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, just fucking go for it. Shut the fuck up. And I'm like, and then as soon as she started crying, I'm like, oh, okay, good. This is going well so far. Good job. But yeah, it's, I was a little nervous. But yeah.
Rightfully so, though. I mean, it is like a big moment, right? You're not asking her out on a date no more. Like, it's like, spend the rest of your life with me. It's like,
And now we're
Yeah.
getting married 2 months later.
crazy.
Actually, less. I think it's a month and 20 days or something.
It was nuts. I was like, holy shit, I cannot believe that fucking happened. And yeah, it was surreal. I guess the day just worked out when I said, if there was a sign that I'm supposed to be doing this, I got a couple of them.
And there was a lot.
there was a lot of signs, it seems like.
And you know what? I think we're the kind of people, like we're religious people, but that aside, I think I don't know if you're this way, but like signs, Like, not like oh, the universe is talking
Yeah,
to me,
yeah.
but it's more like
Like if something doesn't work out, there's a reason.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
you're
Like
right.
we wanted a house, it didn't work out. There was a reason because now we could have not afforded that house with everything going on.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Like everything happens for a reason. Like I firmly believe this.
yeah, and that's kind of where your head's at. My head goes there a lot. I'm like, for example, like there's things with my business that have happened, and I go, for example, like I had a contract my first time, and they ended up not going with me, and it was a big one. It was like one that was gonna put me into making enough money to keep the business afloat, and I was like, this is great.
Right.
And then they just like, oh, we're gonna go with the other company. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
One we went with last year, and she goes, it's okay, shit happens for a reason.
Yep.
2 weeks later, get a contract from a construction company for fucking 11 houses. I was like,
Wow.
great. This is, and she goes, if that's not a fucking sign, I don't know what to tell you. And
She's
then,
right.
and then another thing happened where I was,
Oh, that was crazy.
dude. So I'm not gonna go too much into detail about it, but essentially, I'm doing work for it, but somebody gave me a 2-year-old, like, pretty much brand new John Deere riding lawnmower,
Oh shit.
a riding tractor like the
Yeah.
one I have.
So now he has two.
So now I have two. So in case I
You
need to
can
hire someone, someone
and
gave
the
it to me. They
biggest
go,
expense is gone.
yeah, they
The
said
lawnmower-
come. They
the
said
lawnmower.
come cut my grass when it needs to be cut for the rest of the season or a couple months because I'm putting my house up for sale and I don't need it anymore. Come do it in chores. So I have it in the garage.
Wow.
I already
Like
took
it's
it.
insane.
Jeez.
So I'm like, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is.
Have you ever had any crazy signs happen to you?
Oh, a lot, man, a lot. My first one I remember was when I got into when I was going to university. It was in Detroit. I use this as an example for everything as well, my career in a way, because like we were fighting to get into the university for the pharmacy program, whatever. So like 4 months on end, like going back and forth every other day, trying to figure visas out and paperwork and this and a lot of shit, to the point where I didn't know it was gonna happen. And then I ended up going to the college here, and some kid from high school that I was somewhat friends with, him and I ended up in the same class, and that's when I found out he made music. At the time, I was making music too, and we kind of bonded on that, and that started a trajectory into this career path. Where through him, I met some other people who made music, and I just started making my network through that.
Wait, you were producing at first?
Yeah.
Or actually making?
Producing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, that built my network, and I'm like, man, had I gone to Wayne State in September when I was supposed to go, I wouldn't have met him. None of that shit would have
Now
worked
your
out.
life would be completely different.
Completely different.
Yeah.
And also because, like, let's say I started university when I was supposed to start, I also wouldn't be where I was, even if I went to the program I was supposed to be in, because I was the quote unquote sound guy, and there was another sound guy who was way better than I was. So he would have gotten all the gigs that I had gotten. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's why, like, I believe this wholeheartedly, that everything does in fact happen for a reason. Like, whatever it may be the smallest fucking thing. Like, I was supposed to actually go on a vacation, and I was supposed to go back home to Pakistan, but there's always small things that happened. Where it's like, oh, for example, 2017, I couldn't go because I had school. Or I'm going to go in 2020 when I graduate. COVID hit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, there's a reason God's like, yo, you're not going just
You
yet.
need to stay. You have stuff to do here.
Yeah.
You weren't born there, right?
No, I was born here.
And my second question for you, do you have a degree?
I do.
In what?
It's called Communication, Media, and Film.
Okay, so it's for what you do.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yes,
I didn't
sir.
know. I didn't know
Yeah,
if you
no, it's
had
fine.
an actual degree or
Yeah.
not. Like, you're more educated than we are, so I don't know. I didn't know you. I didn't know there was an educated
Yeah,
man in
barely,
this room,
bro.
sorry.
Barely. Fucking communication degree.
But yeah, that's signs that happen, people. So like, if you think something's not going your way,
Yes, there's a reason.
There's definitely I know people think that's bullshit, but I truly
Oh.
Do you know how many marriages almost happened, but then because of COVID, it didn't, and now they're not even together, even dating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can name literally 10 on my hands.
That's
of
crazy.
how many people were supposed to be married, and then because of COVID, their wedding was pushed back, and now they're not together at all.
That's
Yeah.
fucked.
And that is telling you straight up, thank God that there was COVID.
Yeah.
COVID happened. I'm telling you, COVID changed a lot of things for
It kept
a lot of
people.
people.
A lot of people were working from home, spending more time with their family when maybe they really needed that, or their kids were
Yeah.
going through something. Like, it's a lot. Shit happens for a reason. I mean, there was a lot of bad parts of it as well, but
But I think COVID was almost the true test of time.
yes.
If your relationship
For
could
sure.
survive COVID, you were good.
yes.
Yeah, because I know so many couples that stuck through COVID, and now ever since everything kind of opened up, they're getting married. It's like,
Yeah.
no, we're fighting through this. And I'm not saying that COVID was like the make or break for a relationship,
No.
but it really showed
pushed
how,
Yeah, it tested
because
you.
your test to the limits of how when things get really fucking
Because
shitty.
some people were struggling financially, so how do you guys do under financial stress
Yeah.
together? Because that's a huge
Exactly.
thing. Being with each other all the time, not seeing family, friends. Like, there's just so much.
Things
in
are
it.
closed. There's nothing to do, so you
So
have to
you've-
keep each other company.
you have to
like,
spend time with each
you're
other.
each other's entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, you had to make it work. So I mean,
Crazy.
that was the true test. And I know people thought, obviously COVID fucking sucked and sucks still, but like, shit happens for a reason.
Yeah.
I really do believe that. But
Well, I'm proud of you guys. Happy for you guys.
Thank you.
Like, I feel like my family's getting married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
can't wait for you.
well,
to
you'll
come.
be
It's
there.
gonna be so fun.
I'm so excited, man. And obviously the viewers are happy too. So
yeah. And we appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much.
yeah, man. Love you guys. Anything you want to say before we get the fuck out of here?
Nope. I
We
love you
went-
guys.
yeah,
And
we
thank
went
you
long.
for the congratulations and stuff.
Yeah. Thank you so much. The vlog should be out soon.
Yes. If you guys want to see the proposal, though,
Patreon.
you can go to Patreon.
Yeah, it's up there. But
But also, since we are on the fucking podcast,
yeah,
Yes.
couples in the ring. Actually, let's get back to business.
Send in some emails.
Yes, please send in some emails. If you have updates, send them in. If you have questions, send them in. If you need advice, send them in. Guys, we need some emails. I have some. We have lots. But let's get some of the juicy stories back, okay? I want some crazy shit. I want my jaw dropped. I want everything great. Like, we want our jaw dropping
Yeah.
emails, okay? Thank you. You have something to say?
just last thing. Like Karlee mentioned earlier, though, I see a lot of comments saying I sent an email in and you guys aren't reading it. Why aren't you reading my email? Like Karlee said, have a catchy subject line, because we do get so many. It's hard to read each individual email, especially if they are lengthy. So if you have like a catching title, eye-catching title, it will make us read it, and then it's easier to get read.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. But guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Again, if you're Canadian, happy Canada Day, and we will see you guys next week.
Yes.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.